How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here, and we're reacting to more My Hero Academia, jumping into episodes 10 to 12 of Season 5, which I'm assuming the Class 1A versus 1B tournament that we currently are in the midst of the final round of is going to conclude after, going through these 3 episodes. So yeah, like I said, we're going into the final round. So Class B can only draw with Class A because of the advantage that Class A do have. So yeah, and it was really impressive stuff last time around, especially with how quick Bakugo's team cleaned house, and Todoroki's team as well was just really incredible. It's been really fun going through this Class 1A, Class 1B little tournament that we do have. So yeah, but like I said, they can only draw now. Can Class B, so yeah, and they definitely do need that. Shinzo definitely does need that if he is to feel the confidence in regards to his hero transfer that he is eyeing up. So but for Class B, they desperately do need, like, if they want that bragging rights, if they don't want to I guess be cast in the shadows, they definitely do need that win in this final round. So yeah, but I'm excited to get into this episode. So with that said, why don't we get into the first of 3 of these My Hero Academia Season 5 episodes. This is episode number 10. Let's go.
For any undue trouble.
Oh shit.
It's just that the memories are causing my body to throb with pain.
He knows that they are, like, cautious.
I can hear my little brother's voice.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That's not gonna spell trouble.
I had the weirdest dream last night.
Really?
Yeah. A shadowy figure stood in front of me.
Shit.
He stared me straight in the eyes before saying this. The time has not yet come.
Far as I can
Singularity.
2 of us are both very aware of our weaknesses. Sometimes we have to embrace our darker sides to survive. I really like you, Shinzo, honestly. We're so similar.
Your quirks are... Oh, no.
Disagree.
I disagree. We love Shinzo.
Now those goals are just burdens. It's almost as if the 2 of us are cursed.
I'm gonna stop him now. Shinzo's got a lot riding on this.
The distribution of... I'll get Class B to attack me. Then once we figure out where they are, we'll work together to capture them.
Let the games begin.
Yamaki's poltergeist. Monoma!
I'd hurry and go to them if I were you. They likely need help. Wait, hold on. What if the scream just now was Shinzo's voice modulator at work?
Oh my god, he's getting in his head.
Straight to the rest of your classmates who aren't actually in
that's
trouble.
the problem though with Shinzo's voice modulator.
Hero name? Emily. Quirk? Poltergeist.
Emily is a
She can
hero?
manipulate
Okay.
objects around her, but the total weight can't be more than roughly that of an average person. Spooky.
Oh shit!
Yui Koda.
Symbol of peace is gone!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He's really riling him up! Hello?
He stared me straight.
Seriously, a brand new power?
Yeah, but even Deku wasn't anticipating this.
I was fine until just now!
Oh boy!
It's exploding out of me!
Holy shit! What the fuck? Oh my god!
I don't
Holy
recognize
shit!
that.
It's like tendrils!
Under control! I was just getting started!
And now this is just a predicament, isn't it?
We're all... Get it together! I don't want to make anyone else worry about me ever again!
Gone berserk. Oh.
The bystanders and my parents reacted than anything else. I just loved to see how happy everybody looked.
Again, wholesome.
That's why I wanted to start helping people who were in trouble. Gotta calm down! Who protects the heroes whenever they're the ones who are hurting the most?
Oh, wow. Why is she so sweet?
Run! Get stuck! Again was something I looked forward to. I want to become an upstanding hero and use my quirk to help others.
Even the heroes.
Victoria!
Oh, are we going into another Vestige moment?
Again? Users of One for All?
You're gonna have to work harder! Do your best. If you train like a madman, most things should work out fine. Whoa, where's your
Being
mouth,
able
kid?
to harness.
That's freaky. Whatever, don't sweat it.
I can see him so clearly.
Harness more of
He's
One
not
for
a
All.
vestige or
Something. Those flames and waves are the cultivated power we users added to the original. But now, after so many years, the core is starting to expand and move. So happens the best quirk for that is Black Whip, which belonged to me. So lucky you get to meet yours truly first. Not to brag, my power's great. But be careful. This quirk has evolved. Black Whip's got the might of One for All swirling within it. Prepare yourself. You'll have 6 more quirks manifest as you improve. Control your heart and master using those who live in this power. Good luck. We're with you, kid. You're the one who will complete One for All!
There we go. There's that affirmation. Singularity, he is the chosen one.
Victoria, Uraraka, you okay? The whole team's here now!
Alright, let's go! Let's kick the living shit out of each other.
One for All in anger, the power will react to that feeling.
Let's wait. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But Aizawa...
This is far from over. The match continues.
Yeah, everything seems to have settled down now, even if it's so worrying. Although, the berserkness that just happened, I mean, it was really, really intense, to be fair, because, I mean, Deku is just like, what the fuck's happening, and all of that, but being able to tap into those other abilities is kind of cool. But it can also be very, very overwhelming. Especially if it's not something you're familiar with before. So, yeah. But here we are. I mean, Chimera was told the time has not come yet, and now the time is now. Really, with Deku. So... yeah, but it was very, very interesting just seeing how things got OTT for Deku. So we had him confront the 5th user, and yeah, he was able to tap into his quirk, and with each predecessor's quirk mixed into the, you know, ability of One for All, it's really insane. Like, especially if it's something like this, like especially with the, you know, tendril-like ability that the 5th user had. Not just that, not just is it, is Deku able to tap into that, but because of the mixture of One for All, it's a little bit of a boost. So for like Midoriya, it's like, hey, I can use your ability, but I guess in a better sense, in a stronger sense, should I say, not a better sense, because it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. So, yeah, it's become like, that's it though. With One for All, it's been charging through each predecessor, I guess you could say. It's like it's manifested more and more and more, and the singularity gets to a point of how like it's like cooking, isn't it? It is literally cooking until it's ready, isn't it? So that's One for All. So yeah, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see where this journey does take Deku, because it is new terrain. Like you said, he was able to get a bit of a handle previously, but now he is unlocking these abilities that are just out of control for him, because it's unfamiliar terrain. And not just that though, but even if it was something I guess basic, for example, it's not that basic when you've intertwined One for All into the mix, and it just gets a bit hectic. So and whereas it did ruin Class B's plan, I guess you could say, so like a little bit of a silver lining, it's still not something ideal for Deku to just contend with, because not only is it something that is completely out of his hands and he's just overwhelmed by, but it's the fact that you can't afford to do, like with Deku, say this was him patrolling the streets and all of that, out of training, him being one of the heroes out there on the streets. He can't afford to do that and cause damage, not just to the surroundings, but also to the people as well, to other heroes, allowing the villains to escape and all that jazz. So yeah, so it was really, really great that we had the fifth user explain how things are going, especially with the fact that Deku was tapping into his abilities. So, and that, this is not like a little glitch or anything like that. It's, the fact that you will be able to tap into this, as well as the other quirks as well of your predecessors, although they will be a bit more stronger. So, yeah. But yeah. So yeah, that is very, very interesting. How we, of course, glance to Shimura and how obviously the singularity is not cooked yet, essentially, but now we have that moment come about. So yeah, but yeah, I am really fascinated by this whole development of One for All this season, because yeah, Deku really got a handle on things, and then this is just being a bit of a nuisance for him initially, but now he's gotten a bit more information, so it will be very interesting when he does have a talk with All Might about the ship. So yeah, I did really like the aspect as well that you had Shinzo participate. Like, yeah, this is training and all of that, and typically there would be some kind of advantage for the villains to take of this whole situation. But I mean, to be fair, I talk about, Deku could not afford to do this, like, if it was an actual hero mission and all of that. Like, he's thankful it's, I guess, training, because otherwise it's not just the buildings and heroes that could get hurt and all of that, but civilians too, and the villains could get away. But, the villains could also just be absolutely whammied, because this is not something, I mean, even if you do have a bit of an idea of what this quirk is, it's still more powerful than, typically. And not just that, though, but I mean, at the end of the day, whilst this is still trading, there's also still got to be concerned if something is out of the user's hands, like the whole tendrils shit that Deku spewed. So, yeah, and not just that, though, but of course there was that moment, of course, when One for All was acting up for Deku at the sports festival, and it's a bit of a deja vu feeling, isn't there? But it was great, because there is concern. Like, everyone was absolutely bricking it when it came to Deku just spewing tendrils left, right, and center. So it was like, yeah, Shinzo, you need to do something, because I feel like you can snap Deku out of this and, maybe calm him down and all that shit. So yeah, not just that though, but I mean, for Shinzo, this is a very ample opportunity. Like, even if this was detrimental to Class B, in terms of their chances of victory, it's still progressive for Shinzo himself, because obviously his ultimate goal, hero transfer. It's not about bragging rights or anything like that for Class B. Whilst he's helping them out, he's also in this for himself. Not in the egotistical way, but he wants to prove to himself that he is ready. And like I said, even if this is detrimental to Class B, it might be a positive for himself. Because he is trying to look out for the other heroes. And I say that because it's in tangent with Uraraka's comments about, you know, how she, you know, wasn't just reveled about the hero, you know, defeating the big bad or whatever, but she was more so happy about seeing everyone's reactions, everyone's relief and all of that happiness. And then she talked about, you know, the heroes themselves and when they're distressed and, you know, yeah. And this was a distressing time for Deku. And that's it. With Shinzo, he was looking out for the hero, who was in a very clearly distressed state. So that's what I'm saying. Even if Class B has a bit of a detrimental impact with what, you know, Deku's what's happening with Deku, it's still a positive. It could still be a positive for Shinzo if he intervenes and, you know, does some. Because you got to think, like I said, in terms of Deku being out there and all of that as a hero, you know, you could cause damage aplenty to buildings, and you want to mitigate that, so Shinzo could really prove his worth there by intervening and, you know, trying to pacify Deku, if that makes sense. So, yeah, but yeah, very interesting stuff. So why don't we get into the next episode of My Hero Academia, episode 11. Now that we've, I guess, kind of cleared that mess up. So, yeah.
It's not just those two. Everyone is trying their hardest to win this round.
Deep down, you're a big softie, huh?
Yeah.
Aizawa was a softie confirmed. You love it, though.
Exit shot! David!
We can't be taken off the field or we're done for! Twin impact! Fire!
Oh, damn! Oh! Yeah, Banana! Nice!
Give me a way to block twin impact. It let me smash into these.
So, take this, creep!
You had a moment there, Minetta, and you had to ruin it.
Your arms and legs would shoot off if you tried to.
Yeah. No, you can't do this shit.
Not so fast!
Woo!
He doesn't have your crack, Deku! It's a bluff! Keep going!
It won't activate!
He's damn, so it's a good job he didn't copy it, though. Because that would have been fucked for him.
Time comes, if we can't look out for ourselves, then we're as good as dead. Keep on practicing. And remember, I'm not the type to waste my time on hopeless cases.
Oh, wow. That's big words.
It's because that man's presence and words reassured me.
This is all right. This is not a glitch.
Reminded me a lot of All Might.
Control your heart.
All Might's dad. I'm kidding.
Not gonna use her quirk. That allowed him to focus on this new power. What happened these last few minutes?
Yeah, it went from 0 to 100 real quick.
The hell? I thought that was too dangerous.
Up with the improved version of his
You're
quirk.
gonna have to keep working on
It's
it.
not a power that can be used with a max output of 20% yet. I can tell from how it feels. This ability is one I won't be able to use for a while.
No, but it's something
I
you'll need
won't
to keep.
truly unlock.
It's been 5 minutes since we started fighting. Monema's copy only lasts that long.
I know you probably think you're in the clear, but I've extended my quirk to 10 minutes. If I attack suddenly,
Oh,
what will you do?
shoot. That explains how he was able to use Emily's ability for longer than I... Yeah.
You think that must be the case because I've got 3 clocks. So what happens if I was just pretending to have that many and can actually hold 4 now? There are a lot of different kinds of quirks I could cover.
That's it, though. He's trying to get inside the heads of everyone.
Do you see yet? Do you understand that when I say fire, it's all over? This supporting character has an ace up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Did Mama do something to Deku?
He's too fast. I'm done for.
Time to fire.
When he said, "Oh no!"
Twin impact. After I hit a target, it lets me cause a second, stronger impact remotely.
Yeah.
How far I've come!
Nice. Ooh, you just really got her out.
Yanagi Kudai!
Holy shit!
Plus Ultra. Damn it.
But he hasn't failed. That's the thing. Well,
dangerous for a second there.
I am surprised no one of Class 1A got caught.
This isn't finished until we've gone over your critiques. Rejoin your team.
He will get there, though, one day.
Let's just start with Midoriya.
Elephant in the room.
What was going on with you?
Yeah.
Uraraka and Shinso stopping me, I was able to get a handle on things. And I realized that whatever this is, it isn't something I should fear.
Embrace more so.
Shinso hadn't made me calm down with his brainwashing. I don't know how things would have gone.
Exactly. Shinso coming to the rescue.
Was a trick. But I really...
You jumped to him right away and saved the day.
Ashido.
Hesitated. Bet you hugged him real hard, didn't you?
Ashido.
I didn't think twice about butting in. Maybe that...
Officially, I wanted to fight Midoriya and win.
Oh, he
Everything
wanted to
else was
prove
just
something.
coincidence. If I'm being honest, it was all I could do to take care of myself.
Oh my god! Wow! We had a heart-filled moment.
That from you, Shinso.
I experienced firsthand how amazing the hero course is. I'm not going to be satisfied by merely passing. I need to work harder and aim higher, and live up to my potential.
That's fine.
You've got this, Shinzo.
Go at it with a plus ultra mentality.
Love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. I mean, yeah, it is great stuff for Shinzo to still have that or still maintain, should I say, that idea that I still need to work harder and all of that, because passing is not like, you could kind of tell when everything culminated, especially with how downbeat he was in terms of I was expecting a bit more from me in this little rematch. It can be a bit soul crushing, but it is great that he has earned that grade. Which, I never had any kind of doubt, really. Even if he lost here, yeah. So but yeah, it was really, really great stuff, and I do get it from Shinzo. Like, he wants to show Midoriya how far he has come since the sports festival, because that's it. He wants to, that's one of the goals on the checklist for him. There is this idea on feeling like he needs to prove something in order to be on the hero course, and it's not just showing his potential out there in the field, but it's also showing it to Deku himself, because you need to for Deku, he's quite analytical, but he needs to show this is how far I've come since back then. So yeah. but yeah, I really did enjoy that. I wasn't sure if how things were going to go for I guess just things in general for this match in terms of the results, because I was surprised that no one of Class 1A got captured, I guess. So yeah, but yeah, it was really great stuff, as well as Deku trying to get a bit more of a handle on things, maintaining that calmness, I guess you could say, because this is something that is going to come naturally for him. I mean, obviously not right now, as the Black Whip really kind of did some damage, so might need some time to master things, so there is that, but that's it. He's gonna have to try and push his limits further, and then he can use Black Whip. So yeah. But yeah, it was really great stuff. And there was that moment as well with Monoma, like he was about to copy One for All. That would have been great. I mean, we had the Black Whip anyways, which was causing quite the frenzy, and obviously Aizawa did mention if things get out of hand, I'll intervene, because things were going to get out of hand with Monoma about to copy One for All, but it just, yeah. See, I don't know if because thankfully Uraraka, was able to give the heads up and all of that in terms of he was not able to copy, but there was that little spark there. But I think it kind of fizzled out. So it's like you got a brief moment, but it didn't impact your body really. So because otherwise, yeah, we know what happens. It just goes woof. So. But yeah, thankfully Monoma, there is that tension when it comes to Monoma trying to copy One for All. But yeah, that would have been interesting if it worked. So yeah, but I think, like I said, I think it's just a little initial. Like there is that incompatibility, and Monoma's not able to, with him not being able to copy One for All. It's just like a little, it's just like trying to light up a fire. Really, you've got those little embers, but it doesn't really do anything. You have to keep going at it. Except you can't really keep going at it with, Monoma's quirk with One for All. So yeah, but it's just the spark that makes it think makes it seem like that the fire is going to be lit, but nothing doing. So yeah, but yeah, it was very interesting as well, just getting to see Deku try to be able to utilize his ability, but of course there's still a ways to go. So and it does make sense to anticipate that day to happen. So yeah, but it was really great stuff in general. So I am really excited to see where the next episode does lead, because that's all, folks, in terms of the Class 1A, Class 1B battle. So yeah, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. Mineta had a great moment, and then he just had to ruin it by just being himself and all of that. But I also really liked that ending as well, when everyone was reflecting, or at least there was that reflection on Deku, because that was the elephant in the room. It was like, okay, we need to discuss something. Midoriya, what the hell was that? So yeah, but. It was also. I also really liked that moment as well, when we had a little brief moment of Shinzo in training with Aizawa, and not just that though, but with Shinzo, yeah, I do find it a bit disheartening how he does downbeat himself and all of that. Although there are moments where it's understandable. Like, you took 6 years to master this. How? But there is a little bit of a helping hand in Aizawa, and not just that though, but he sees a lot of potential, I guess you could say, in Shinzo, because he even said it delicately that he doesn't have time for hopeless people. So yeah. Uraraka did really, really well in this. So yeah, I feel like with Uraraka, she was really, really like she's shone really well, like especially with what happened against Monoma, and then she went to help Mineta and Ashido and captured the other two. So yeah. So it was really, really great stuff. So, you know, Uraraka just shining as well. So, yeah, great stuff. So now everything is all done and dusted with the Class 1A, Class 1B tournament. So I guess this is going to be the final episode for today. And it will be very interesting to see what will happen now. So... yeah, so with that said, why don't we get into the final episode of these 3 episodes. It is episode number 11. No, wait. Number 12. I've lost count. Because it says episode 100, so happy 100 episodes, My Hero Academia. But this is episode 12 of Season 5. Let's go.
Of putting your quirk front and center. But you're definitely more than that power. Your judgment and moves were on par with ours.
I'm loving how he's giving him his flowers.
I'm blown away. But my quirk didn't help anyone in the match. In fact, I put people in danger.
Yeah.
Don't let him outshine you.
Got it. Which class will he join? A? B?
The particulars will come later. The training critiques are far from over.
Speaking of which, question.
Just that too.
SB was defeated today. But we didn't necessarily lose if you look at what we planned.
Oh my god.
Blank, then we could have come up with tactics in response. In other words,
you're trying to pick up the scraps.
Right now, there's no telling who would win.
Deku, and for you, Lemillion. Saying things out loud is hard, so I'm trying this instead.
She's so wholesome.
I want to thank you both so much.
Wholesome.
Stop! That's not how you should approach this! Cut it out!
Oh my
that
god!
New power's useless if it doesn't work when he's in trouble.
We're supposed to be making sure it doesn't come out. Well, young Midoriya, how do you feel?
Like I did before the training.
And One For All itself is evolving?
You guys always have secret meetings in here.
I was surprised to see you joining us today.
It's nice!
To come because he knows the truth behind your power.
Exactly. But it's nice still.
About this All Might, about the dark energy, him, right? And think about it. He has control over multiple quirks.
Bakugo's got a good point.
Now. You're basically the same as him.
Oh!
That's something I've thought but didn't want to say. At any rate.
I mean, he was acting a bit twitchy as well, wasn't he, in Tartarus?
I may be able to envision a lock opening to get Black Whip to activate it.
Yeah, okay. Oh my.
If you can't use it, then I'm over this. See ya. And stop thinking out loud. Stupid muttering gives me the creeps.
That gives him the creeps?
And it looks like Class B's joining us too?
Yes. They've come to mingle and talk about the training.
No hard feelings. Oh my god, what is Ashido doing to Mineta?
Hey,
I approve.
I didn't know you had 2 quirks this whole time. That must have been difficult for you. I bet it was pretty shocking. I apologize for doubting you.
I love this little talk between Todoroki and Deku.
You were amazing, Todoroki. I didn't know you'd gotten so good at using your flames.
Not nearly good. Appreciate it.
Shinso sure reminds me of the emo kid you used to be. You found yourself a miniature Aizawa, huh? Or is this really about Shirakumo?
If you have something to say, make it brief. But after thinking about their personalities, I wasn't sure they'd mesh well.
Well, I love to hear you've been thinking about me, Teach.
It wasn't for your charming demeanor. Definitely not. Oh.
Works only if he stockpiled a bunch of fat. Monoma could copy the base power, but he'd still be skinny.
Yeah, yeah.
I draw these blanks
But he'd
every
still
once
be
in a
bulky
while.
in a
The same
sense.
logic goes for when I copied your quirk, but couldn't release any of its energy.
If it hadn't been for that, Monoma's limbs probably would have shot off into space.
A lot of trouble because of me.
Eri,
It's
no!
always like that. I cause everyone problems.
No,
I
Eri.
just wish that I didn't have this power.
All for once, like, done! No, we're keeping him away from her.
Like their knives in the kitchen. They may be dangerous, but if they're sharp and you use them right, they make yummy food, huh?
What a great
That's why when you use your
comparison.
power for good, it's wonderful.
I love that
That's
comparison
true.
from
I did have
Deku.
something to do before they did. It's the only thing I've ever beaten those two at.
Thank you!
Wow.
What the heck, guys?
Kaminari, you have positive attributes.
Thanks, Shoji.
Pros? They might be a while. This assault just began.
I'll handle this then.
Be cautious. First, you need to check
The surroundings, I know. You worry about evacuation.
Oh, this is it. This is their moment.
villains, but we can. I don't.
Not a problem.
I love it.
Jeez. How many minutes have to pass before we can be heroes?
You can't just take other people's belongings.
Holy Totoro. Oh,
You think
nice.
you're cool. You got another thing coming.
He is cool.
A couple of ice cubes. Aren't gonna stop me!
Oh, no.
What, those little blasts knock you out? I thought I held back enough to keep you conscious. Now what was it you were saying about getting away? You seem more determined to get trapped!
Pretty! It's like we're inside a beautiful snow globe.
Oh my god, really?
Young lady,
Really?
Get back here!
Oh, she's gonna be in danger. Oh my god, All Might. Still got it.
Try not to get...
Maybe
I
you
mean-
didn't know. Carbonated water goes flat when heated.
You pulled that crap at the sports fest.
Oh, that's... Yeah, he did.
I held back this time. Are you
I
hurt?
believe you're only students. Thank you. You're gonna be top heroes. I'm
What's
positive
his
about
deal?
that fact. And you can just leave the rest of this mess to slide and go. That's me.
Slide and go.
Bakugo, you did it! Congrats! Now we can do hero work together. It'll be great, Kachan!
Oh, gosh, I'm just like... Oh, no.
What, you think you're better than me because you got your license first?
That's not what I meant!
There he
You
is.
better shut your face if you want to live!
So dramatic. So bloody dramatic. Oy. That's good though. I mean, obviously this thing was lingering for both of them, for both Todoroki and Bakugo. And now they can cross that off their list, can't they? So it's great to see. Although the way they handled all those villains were just sweet. But it was just also really, really nice as well to see Todoroki and Bakugo work together. They just ace it, to be fair, and yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great to see Bakugo and Todoroki take it upon themselves to prove their worth. So yeah. And yeah, they've with them passing their hero licenses. Yeah, class 1A are now thriving. So yeah, but it was a really good post tournament episode as well. So especially the whole situation with Eri and why Monoma was not able to not only fully utilize One for All, but also Eri's quirk as well. With the fact that energy is able, like quirks that stockpile and all of that. Yeah, it's not really a thing that works well for Monoma's so, you know, it is great that there are certain limitations, especially when it comes for One for All. So yeah, so his quirk not really working well with those that, you know, have that little push, that little energy, and yeah, it was really, really, great stuff just in general. So, yeah, even a little discussion with All Might and Bakugo and Deku about this whole shebang with Black Whip and everything. So, yeah, neat stuff. A really good, solid 3 episodes, especially with... obviously, episode 10 just being absolutely incredible with Black Whip coming to fruition and causing all kinds of panic left, right, and center. And, this one was really, really great, this episode, with obviously the fallout of the tournament thing and, where things go from here. Like, now Bakugo and... Todoroki have got their hero licenses, their provisional hero licenses. It's great stuff. It is really, really great stuff to like I said, have that cloud move away from them. So, yeah, but yeah, it was just solid all throughout. It was pretty fun seeing Todoroki and Bakugo deal with those villains. I just love their dynamic so much. They just work really, really well. Like, especially with the shade that Bakugo has against the villains, and Shoto's just the way he threatens. It's just really great stuff. They work so well. So yeah, and not just that though, but you're really seeing how far they are coming, and not just that though, but All Might as well, having a little bit of action, I guess you could say, trying to save that person who was trying to get clout for TikTok or whatever. If they even have that in this universe, but no, in all seriousness, he still got it, but of course still needed to be saved by Bakugo, so that was really neat. So yeah. But it was just great. It was just really great to see them two. It was just great to see them two just thrive, really. But like I said, their dynamic just clashes so well. It just has a I just love their interaction. So yeah, and not just that though, but just seeing them two work together whilst individually giving their own moments of shade, with Bakugo just being a bit more aggressive as per, and Todoroki just being very, very intimidating, but being so cool and collected. So yeah, like the moment he was like, you know what, I didn't want to resort to violence, but here we are. So yeah. And then Bakugo's just like yelling, get a job, etc., just condescending them, so yeah. But it was really, really nice stuff to end on that moment, I guess you could say, as well as, the little party that Class 1A were throwing for Bakugo and Todoroki getting to that stage, so yeah. But yeah, it was... really, really neat stuff going through this episode. Like I said, with this episode, it did carry on a little bit of the fallout of the tournament and all of that with Deku. I like the fact that he did compliment Shinzo, because Shinzo, obviously, as I said in the last episode, was beating himself down a bit in regards to not getting the chance to showcase to Deku about his growth since the sports festival. But with Deku being very analytical, he's able to give him his flowers, like I said, and it's really, really great stuff that he did that. So yeah, but yeah, because also with the post tournament thingamabob, we did have a little bit of a moment with Monoma just assessing about, One for All and how it just didn't really, it didn't really blow him up. Uraraka said he wasn't able to copy it, so, but it just fizzled out as well. Like I said, it was like embers just... of a fire, like there was that little spark, but it didn't produce the flame. Same with that's basically what Monoma had. So and even Deku seemed a bit shook, because otherwise it should have blown his body to bits and pieces. So and we had Deku continue to be surprised until Monoma did fill in the blanks in regards to Eri's quirk as well, how there are kind of similarities there in terms of trying to copy the quirk, but to no avail. So yeah, and how it's a blank, I guess you could say so. But yeah, stockpiling quirks, no go. So like I said, it's great that there is a little bit of a I guess a limit when it comes to Monoma's quirk, because it is a very, very intense thing. That one for all, yeah, like I said, you could imagine him using one for all, and it would just be, well, insane, because even if his body didn't blow to bits and pieces and he was somehow capable, it would just be very, very insane to see him using it. But obviously, like I said, when it comes to him using one for all, we know that his body could most likely blow to bits and pieces. So yeah, but it was great to learn why he was the specifics to why he was not able to copy the quirk in the last episode. So and how that really fits into Eri, and how he can't really do that. So and how he was how there was an also nice comparison to Fat Gum's quirk. So yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great stuff. I did love that moment as well where Deku made the knives in the kitchen comparison as well, to Eri feeling guilty about her quirk. So yeah, dangerous if you use it wrongly, but it's very, very instrumental and very important if you want to have great food. So I don't know, it's a wholesome but really, really apt comparison, I guess you could say. So yeah. So yeah, but it will be very interesting to see where Shinzo as well will end up in terms of Class A or Class B. So I guess we're not going to be seeing that until season 7 maybe, I don't know, because obviously it's so close together, season 1, should I say, to right now in terms of the school year. It's so close together. So obviously we won't know until a later point where Shinzo's going to be. So yeah, but it is really, really, I am really, really happy for Shinzo to get this moment. So yeah, but yeah, I also really loved that moment as well with Deku, like I said, Deku, Bakugo, and all, just discussing about what was happening with Black Whip, and we had Bakugo try to summon Black Whip in his own way, of course. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was very, very rough when it came to Bakugo talking about the fact that, well, maybe it is similar to All for One, especially since it essentially started from him, as we saw with him giving his brother a little bit of a fighting chance, I guess you could say, and then obviously that was where the story of One for All started. So yeah, but with Deku's not dwelling upon the negatives there, he's using it for the greater good, you could say, and it's really, really good to see. So yeah, but yeah, I really liked this episode. It was pretty great stuff. Excited to see where things are going to go, especially with Todoroki. He's going to be seemingly under the wing of his dad, so that's going to be very interesting, considering Endeavor's trying to have a little bit of a change of heart, of course, as we know. And there is a bit of a controversial history, obviously, when it comes to Todoroki and Endeavor, and how cruel Endeavor was. But also with Todoroki, he's this is a must. This is a must in terms of being able to tap into that. Like I did love that talk as well between Deku and Todoroki, and how similar they were in Todoroki's eyes, especially when he was using Black Whip, and Todoroki's ability when he was against Tetsu. So yeah, but this is a must for Todoroki if he is to fan the flames further, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's a right way to describe things, but you get the idea. So yeah. But yeah, great stuff. I really enjoyed these 3 episodes. Season 5 is a treat so far, so yeah. But I'm excited to see where things are going to go now that we are done with the tournament between Class 1A and Class 1B, and yeah, onwards and upwards. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!